Center coming up in the new update.
But we're not going to see any big changes in our pattern. We just continue to see
we're going to rewind it for Wednesday and Thursday.
Rewind and do it again, right? It's like Groundhog Day here in real life and also with the weather here. Now, we have a tail end of our system throughout the Midwest and the border of Canada that's going to help kick off some storms here as we head into the afternoon hours. And always that little, daytime heating will get you going. And I know it's not a lot, but if you're stuck in one of these cells, it's going to be extreme rain and also some wind and possibly some hail, too, coming in with these. But as we lose that daytime heating and everything kind of goes south, we're going to lose that oomph to this and that real pop with it. But can you believe it? We have another low pressure ahead of it. Moisture, high pressure is just cranking all that low-level moisture, that instability here into the south. Moist air more buoyant than dry air. We've got the winds. Winds are a huge part of what causes severe weather, and it does look like storms are going to be likely. So tomorrow, this is going to be a PM event. It's going to take a minute for that stuff to fire. And then as it drops into Texas on Saturday in Texas, you're going to see, especially eastern Texas, that severe weather, and then it's going to be spreading east. You can see it just nosing in on Wednesday into places like Mississippi and into Alabama. Not only does it bring yet another threat for severe weather, it also brings drenching rain. And so that's something that we have to watch for because we just can't get a break here in the south. And by the way, we have another one coming as we head into our Sunday. Well, we're teaming up with feedingamerica.org to help in the fight against hunger during this worldwide pandemic.
The numbers, it seems week after week, we have someone with these, these big totals, 3, 4, 5, 6 inches of rain. It was pretty widespread in the past 24 hours, especially here from central Alabama into Georgia, where around the Columbus area, we picked up close to 6 inches of rainfall. Our second wettest all-time day, our wettest April day on record, but second wettest all-time day. Of course, all that water flowing into the Chattahoochee there, too. And they are looking at some flood warnings up for that. It is still rising. We got a lot of flood reports that came in from the big rain. Over in Mississippi, we also had very heavy rainfall. Hattiesburg coming in with rainfall rates at one point where we had over an inch of rain in just 11 minutes. That's like a 6 inch per hour kind of rainfall rate. And of course, it led to some issues on the roadway there. Birmingham, this 3.36, I know, might pale in comparison to the 6 inches off to your south, but that's a lot of rainfall. And for us in Birmingham, it's the fourth time this year that we've had a day with more than 2.5 inches of rain. That has not happened much before. In fact, only one other point at this date in the season we had that many days that were that rainy, so that is a big deal. The showers are still pushing through. They're not quite done just yet. Atlanta up towards Greenville and Spartanburg, but we're almost done. The flood watches are still up, though, at least through 8 o'clock this morning. The flood warnings actually remain until tomorrow for a lot of spots, even into Thursday, actually, because of the water on the rivers and streams and creeks. Now, Forrest County in Mississippi swamped by flash floods after 3.31 inches of rain drenched the area on Sunday. That was a new record for the date. And we don't always focus on the rainfall total, right? But how fast the rain fell. Nearly 3 inches came down in Hattiesburg in 1 hour's time. So for more on how this area is dealing with this crisis, let's bring in EMA Director Glenn Moore. Glenn, thank you for joining us this morning. First of all, are there still issues due to all of that rain that we had yesterday?